The more I look around, the more I realize how much of a game we all play. Every day, every moment. There's this question that we're always asking, which is, who am I? We say, this defines me. We say that, okay, I have achieved this, I have done this, I want to do this, I'm going to be doing this. So that's me, that's who I am. I am this person who has the ability to do this, who is this certain way, who has achieved these things, who will achieve these things, and that's who I am. But what if one day you've been hit by a car and you've lost your memory? Then you don't know who that you was anymore. And maybe you don't remember what that you wanted to do in the future. So then who are you? Who are you then? Are you who you are now after that car accident? Or are you who you were before? Are you the person who got hit by the car? But that person believed something different than what you believe now. So that person who got hit by the car thought that he was a certain way, certain person. And after he got hit by the car, thought he was somebody else. Couldn't remember what that old person thought. So then, was that really you who got hit by the car? Maybe, maybe not. See, it's not what you believe you are. Your beliefs aren't what define you. You could be angry one moment, extremely livid, want to throw a shoe at somebody's face, punch them in the mouth. And 10 minutes later, you might want to hug them and say, "I'm sorry. I was angry. I don't think of you this way. I really love you. I appreciate you." And then maybe 2 days later, you're angry at them again. And then you realize that, oh, this anger has nothing to do with them. And then that person is no longer somebody you're angry at. But there is a you. There is a you behind all those emotions. There was a you who said I was angry. There was a you who said, I'm not angry anymore. But wait, was there a you saying all that? Was there something controlling that, saying, I'm going to be angry, I am going to be loving? If that you that was controlling you that whole time was there the whole time, then why don't you always be that person? Why don't you always be that you? Why don't you always be that I? Why do you have to? Why do you go to your emotions? Why do you become this angry person, this loving person? Why don't you be the I who can be beyond those emotions? But then, if you're trying to become that, then what's that you who's trying to become that thing? Who's trying to become that person who's beyond emotions? And if there's always a you trying to seek this other you who is this ideal best you, then who is this you who's doing the seeking? And what is the best you? If there's always a better version of you, if you say, I am this way, but there's a better me that I can be, then you're always saying that I can be better. I can achieve something better. I can be something better. And what's wrong with that? Well, you're always trying to achieve something that you'll never get. You're never happy where you are. You say, I am here now, and that's great, but I can be even better than that. And it misses the point. It misses the point that you aren't worse off now than you were before. You aren't worse off now than you will be. You are completely yourself in the moment as you are. And that is the you. But you're not seeking that. You're saying, I want to be this thing. I want to be that thing in the past. You're not saying, I want to be me now. But the moment you say, I want to be now, I want to be me right now and nothing else, what happens then? Do you feel a release? Do you feel like now I don't have to go seek this thing. I don't have to go get this thing. Do you feel that freedom? I do. The moment I realize that there is no thing for me to achieve, nothing for me to be other than who I am at this moment, right now. And that I is not me. There is no me that I am. There is no I, which is the I that I am. There's no I, which is the I that I am. Because you're trying to define I with I. And you don't know what I is. What's an apple? Well, it's an apple. What's an orange? Well, it's an orange. What's a peach? Well, it's a peach. That tell you anything about the thing? No. So my point is this. There's no I to seek. There's no I to achieve. There's no I to become. There's no I to do and do something. There's no I to make the world a better place. There is no making the world a better place. The world is what it is. The world is entirely what it is. And better or worse is what happens when we say I. We say I is here. And I is going to make things better. I is going to make things worse. And this is better for me, right? Who is it better for? It's better for me. It's better for humans. It's better for the earth as a whole. And who's saying it's better? I am saying it's better. Now, this isn't to say there's a misconception among this types of religions, these types of way of thinking that comes a lot from the East. And that's that when we say that there's nothing to do except to be now, in the now, and be that person that you are in the now, and nothing more, nothing less, that means that you should be complacent. That means that you don't do anything. You just let the world go on, spin around. Now, it's not like that, you see. It's like playing yo-yo with a yo-yo ball. What happens is you let the yo-yo off the string, and then you just let it come up and down. You just you use its own energy to move your hand up and down right with the yo-yo. And you're in sync with the yo-yo. And that's what it means to be. A river has its own current. It has its own flow. It has its own energy. And if there's an obstacle that's put in front of it, there's something put on or in the river. It doesn't completely change its energy. It doesn't stop. It flows around that object and it lets that object be and goes around it. But it has its own flow. That object didn't change its energy, its flow. It just said, okay, you have to navigate around this. You have to make this a part of your river. And that's what it means to be. You aren't just sitting there and letting everything happen. You have your own energy, your own flow. You are your own river. And that is what gives you individuality. That's what makes you an individual. But that flow only exists as a part of a larger world. Without the rocks, without the earth around you, without the sun and the air and the atmosphere to give you that energy to flow, to make those molecules in that river. Because you didn't come into this world. You are a product of this world. You It came out of it. And that's where the power, that's where the game is played. Thinking that I am not this world, or thinking that I am everything. And never realizing that both are ways of saying, I am this, I am that. And what we should be asking is, why must I say that I am anything? Why should I say that I am anything? Why I am something? And that's where you say, that's where you realize, I am. That's it. I am. That, the power of that gives you your current, gives you the current of the world, and flows not just your own energy, but everything, the energy of the entire world is available to you. If that is realized, if that one thing is realized, I am. It's a game. And we all play it, thinking that the I is something. The I is something that we have to get. But there's nothing to get.